Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans, droids, and creatures from across the galaxy, welcome to the Coruscant Knights' first ever Great Star Wars Debate.
Welcome back to the Coruscant Knights podcast. We're happy to have you here. My name is Cooper. Alongside me, as always, is Mark.
Hello there.
Jack.
Hello.
And we've got a very, very special guest joining us today. One of our patrons. Please welcome Ben to the channel.
Yay! How's it going, everyone?
Now, Ben is here to help us today with the Great Debate. We'll get into
Long-awaited Great Debate.
Yeah, very long-awaited, definitely. We'll get into the rules in a little bit. Ben, why don't you tell us what your favourite Star Wars movie is and what your favourite Star Wars character is? Just so that the audience gets a bit of a gist.
Well, my favourite character is really easy. It's Darth Maul.
Nice,
I think he's just an absolute Chad. My favourite movie, I don't know. There's really good ones out there. I like Phantom Menace because Darth Maul's in it. But honestly, Rogue One is probably my favourite. It's just good overall.
Yeah, very good. Well, welcome to the channel.
Thank you for having me.
We're glad you are here. Ben today is serving as our judge slash impartial
mediator.
Yep. So we, us three, the Coruscant Knights team, will be debating one-on-one. We've got a bunch of different prompts that Ben will be drawing out. We'll randomise who debates for and against. You have to debate for or against.
Even if you don't agree with it.
Even if you disagree.
Yep, even if you disagree. That's the whole point of this, to see who can debate the best, who can provide the best evidence and examples for the point, regardless of if you think it's right. And that's what Ben is deciding.
Yes.
Ben will also be the timekeeper. We'll have a minute each, I think. Yep.
About
a minute each to talk and try and convince Ben. And then Ben will decide on who he believes was the most persuasive. Alright, I think we're ready. Let's get into it.
Let's get it. Alright, guys. Here is our first debate with Cooper and Mark.
Good luck, sir.
I'm looking forward to this debate.
Me too. I'm ready.
I'll
I'm
draw
so
the
ready.
first topic.
Debate.
First topic. Let's see what we got here.
Great debate.
Oh, this is a great first question.
Oh, that's good.
Is Darth Maul a sympathetic villain?
Oh! Sympathetic villain.
Time to spin the wheel to see who's for and against.
Sympathetic villain. Jeez, that's a tricky one. Are you all
By the way,
clear?
the winner is for, and
Mark
is for.
Alright.
So you're debating if you think he is a sympathetic villain, and I'm not. Oh, damn.
This is going to be pretty tough.
Are you clear on the topic?
As in, like, do we feel sorry for
Yeah,
him?
yeah.
Alright, I'll spin it one more time to see who goes first.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I thought we were just doing 4 first.
No.
Nah.
All right.
Mark wins it.
Okay, all right.
Alright.
Okay.
man.
Oh, jeez.
I'll begin the
Is
timer.
he a sympathetic villain?
Alright,
Okay.
you ready? I want to begin the timer. Alright, 1 minute.
Well, Darth Maul is a sympathetic villain because for reasons such as we see with Savage Press and all other Sith really, they're taken from childhood, their families, I'm not sure about Darth Maul, but they're usually always murdered by the Sith, taken in, indoctrinated in the dark ways of the Force, and then their hate and their anger brought to the forefront by their masters, and they're sent on missions to pretty much murder, assassinate, do all kinds of horrible things, but this isn't what they should have had. They should have had their normal life. They were kidnapped again as kids. Really just unfair for them, obviously. I mean, you could argue the same thing for the Jedi, but the fact that the Sith, their negative emotions are brought to the front, essentially, and they're forced to do the things that they probably wouldn't want to do, I think it's quite clear that Darth Maul is a sympathetic villain.
Alright, and that brings us to 60 seconds.
Alright. So, I don't think Darth Maul's a sympathetic villain because I think the things and the actions he does in the Star Wars series are actually quite crude and villainous, obviously, that give him the quality. I mean, he literally laughs and makes fun of... Not makes fun, but has fun torturing Obi-Wan Kenobi for, like, the whole of the Clone Wars, which is, like, really quite villainous. He kills a lot of Jedi. He kills Adi Gallia in the Clone Wars. He kills Qui-Gon Jinn in the Phantom Menace. I think that if there was... And he doesn't do it because he's really ordered to. I don't think the Emperor ordered him to. I really think that it was just the decision to go kill these Jedi, which I think is really quite evil. and he plunders towns. He's taking over or fighting with the pirates or fighting against the pirates simply because he wants to. He decides to go on a galactic conquest. He decides to do that not because he's ordered to, because he
Your
wants
minutes
to.
That's all we get.
Damn.
Right up to the minute.
You
Oh.
both had very good cases. It's actually very hard for me to decide, but I think I'm going to go with Cooper wins this one.
Yeah! Yes!
I already-
Oh, I felt
Just-
so nervous. Oh my god.
It's just
I
because the fact that he was saying it was his decisions, I think that was pretty convincing.
Oh.
I was hoping for.
Oh.
I really wanted a rebuttal because I felt like I could have said something like, "That is because he was stolen as a kid."
Yeah,
and,
no, that's...
and that's why he murders people.
Sorry, I so thought I was going to lose that. I'm like, you had great arguments. I wanted not the sympathetic. All right, well done.
Yes.
That was good first round.
Good job.
Good
Yeah,
job,
you as
guys. This is round 2, guys. And we got Jack, we got Mark, and I guess we'll just draw the topic.
Yep.
You guys are ready?
Ready, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, what a topic. Is Order 66 the most significant moment in the Skywalker
Oh,
saga?
please get the one I
That's a good
want.
one.
Oh,
That's an interesting
please.
one.
We will spin to see who goes 4.
Come on, please, please, please.
And the winner is Mark.
Yes.
4.
Really?
Oh, that's a pretty good one, I think. A bit better than the last.
Alright,
than the
let's
last one.
spin one more time to see who goes first.
Oh, please.
And we have Jack for first.
Let's go. All right, all right, all
Let's
right.
get this started. Get
Alright.
the timer up.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You ready? Alright, let's go.
I think Order 66 is not the most important event in the franchise due to the fact that the Jedi were always going to be betrayed at some point in time because they're ignorant and did not see any eventual coming threats from the Sith again, which is just, I think, is just appalling. And also, I think the actual point of being the most impactful event of the whole franchise is Luke's birth, because Luke's birth brings the eventual peace back to the galaxy with Darth coming back to the light and overthrowing the Emperor. And I know we have the sequels, but that's a whole nother story. However, though, I think Luke is the one to bring the Chosen One back to his place, and I think that is the most impactful moment because we all know that there was always issues within the galaxy even before the Sith and the Order 66 with Phantom Menace, and between 3 there was always the Separatists. There was always going to be an eventual rise of the Sith, with the trade federations always going into shambles initially with the politics of it. So I think even without Order 66 it was always going to be overthrown from the Jedi, and evil was always in the galaxy before that too. So I believe that the most impactful is Luke. being
Alright.
born.
That was good. You went a little bit over time, but because you're wrapping up, I'll allow
Yeah.
it.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And we'll go on to Mark, and we'll start it now.
Order 66 was the most significant event in the Skywalker saga for many reasons. I'll start with the political aspect, and that is the fact that the Jedi Order, who had been, I guess, subordinates to the Senate for, I think, thousands or hundreds at least of years, they're known as the Peacekeepers. They had the train in the light side of the Force, and when the ultimate demise came, the galaxy was cloaked in darkness. It may have already been there, as you said before. However, Palpatine's plan had come to fruition, and the Empire was born from the ashes of the Republic. And secondly, I think the Order 66 was the most significant event, simply because, in terms of the prophecy, I think with Anakin falling to the dark side, and then Luke, Padme's demise, and Luke being trained in the light, we saw the prophecy of bringing balance back to the Force. There was not too much Jedi in the galaxy. The Sith had been extinguished, and that's why I think Order 66 was the most significant event.
You also went slightly over time,
bit of
you're wrapping up.
Oh,
I'll
the
allow
wrapping
it
up
again.
is how we get him.
Yes, you can get a few extra seconds off me. In terms of who I think I want, again, you both had good points, so it's always hard for me to say here, but I think I might have to go with Mark's one here, just because there were more events that led to other events.
You
and,
had a tough gig there
Oh.
for against.
How about, yeah, good round,
Yeah,
fellas.
well done, good job.
Thank you.
Alright, welcome to round 3, this time Cooper and Jack.
Our first meeting.
Yes, and I guess I'll just draw the topic.
Alright, please. Something better this time, I hope.
Oh, I like this one's pretty funny.
Oh, gosh.
Is the AT-AT the most effective land vehicle?
Really? Oh, wow.
And then I'll spin it for who's for.
That's the small ones, right? The little walker ones?
AT-AT
No,
and
the big ones,
the big
the big
ones.
I thought that was ATST. What's my
No.
Okay, ATST.
Cooper is for.
Oh, God.
Jack is against. And I'll spin it for who's first again.
Land transport. This is unreal.
Jack wins.
Okay.
Jack is first.
Against it being a good land vehicle. Alright.
The
Well,
best
the
land
best
vehicle.
Well, the best land vehicle.
Yes.
I'm ready.
And you can, yeah, okay, alright.
Alright, I'll start the timer now.
Okay, I don't think it is the best land vehicle. However, in my head, I do believe the speeder bikes is a form of land vehicle, and they are the most fastest, versatile with weapons. However, they are exposed a little bit, but there's many forms that don't rely on them being massive targets of ships, gunfire, rockets. We have seen in all the movies them eventually getting destroyed without causing that much damage, so I don't think they're the best form of weapon or transportation, if you're trying to get to one place or the other fast. We've seen that they can be tripped up easily. Even the guerrilla walkers, I think they're a bit more exposed along the belly side, which we've all seen that Jedis and lightsabers can destroy them from underneath and put C4 or TNT, whatever you want in them. So I think they're slow, they're bulky, they cause a bit of destruction, but they're not the best form of mode of walking because they're slow, they're easy to destroy, they have limited movement with their head, and yeah, they're not the best form at all, not even close. Speeder bikes would rival them in many ways.
Alright. Good argument.
Thank you.
On to Cooper.
Now, my first argument is going to be based off of if you guys actually understand this. In Star Wars Battlefront, it's got one of the most overpowered abilities calling the Orbital Strike, which can absolutely obliterate... Hey, I'm debating why, yeah. Yeah, it can call an Orbital Strike and obliterate the ground floor. I think that in terms of superiority and dominance, I think that it definitely is the most powerful land vehicle. I mean, the amount of firepower it has is quite insane. It's elevated quite high, so there's no easy access into the compartments and the storage and everything. It's got two modes of fire, the light fire, which is a lot quicker, and the heavier fire, which can deal a lot more damage. We've seen that it can do a lot of damage even in Rogue One. Oh, it can take a lot of damage as well in Rogue One. It gets hit by a rocket and nothing happens. And just overall, I think that it's really quite a bulky, solid, not easy to take down in terms of being shot or anything. So I would definitely think that the AT-AT is the strongest land vehicle.
Alright. It's kind of hard for me to say because you both said the opposite thing for your points. So I don't know really what I can say. Debating wise,
It's scaring me down. It's so scary.
yes. I think I might have to give Jack this one. I just felt a bit more convinced with his arguments when he was saying it. But
Look, that topic was so random. I love it.
yeah.
I love it. That was so good.
What a goofy topic.
Congratulations.
Well
Oh,
done,
wait,
well
no,
done.
no. That was a good.
I'm not saying congratulations to you, man.
Damn, it's a
No.
toxicity.
No.
Toxic.
Guess we get on to the next one.
Yep.
Alright, and we're on round 4 now. We're back here with Cooper and Mark again. And
Good luck again.
Good luck,
on to
sir.
the next topic.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm scared.
Alright, this is a good one. I like this topic. Storytelling aside, are the Empire the good guys?
Oh.
Alright, let's spin 4. Yet again. And
Alrighty.
we have...
Ooh.
Oh
Cooper
my
on
god!
4.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Thank goodness.
Oh,
On to who's going first.
thank God! Oh, thank God! Oh, thank God! I got time to
Mark
think
is
about
on
it.
first, if you guys
Oh
couldn't
my
tell.
God!
Oh, alright. This.
I'm not
Alright.
gonna think. I gotta think.
I need to. Alright.
Alright, you guys
So-
can start now.
The Empire are not the good guys, and I think it's quite obvious why. So, let's start with the fact that the Empire built a weapon of mass destruction capable of blowing up entire planets. And not just built it up and as a deterrent, but they built it up as a weapon and used it as such, blowing up one of the most important planets in the galaxy, Alderaan. This was a peace-loving nation. So there was no need for the Empire to blow up Alderaan, and that's why the Death Star is just one example of why the Empire are the villains. Let's continue with their oppressive nature on planets. Let's look at Kashyyyk, in which they enslave the Wookiees. They murder, they just willingly murder whoever they want if they're opposed to their beliefs. And I this thing's quite simple. Their political oppression, their military ignorance of just being capable of murdering anybody without thinking about it, and subjugating and enslaving
time is
multiple
up.
planets and races.
Hey, alright.
We finished, right? And
Yeah, I'm
on to the
ready.
next one. Let's
Alright,
go.
I'm gonna sound so evil right now, but the Empire are the good guys because they're the only ones that have the actual power to establish order in the galaxy. The Death Star is a way to control that power, which is I find understandable, because otherwise you're just gonna have these people go and riot like the rebellion, which they ended up doing anyway. But it deters groups from kind of wanting to overthrow. I think that there's no group that is kind of big enough and have the resources capable of doing that. So I think the Empire did a good job to try and deter any major threats to it, for at least a while. I think that creating an army, and like what you said with like enslavement and stuff, there's over trillions of people in the galaxy. I think there's 1 trillion people on Coruscant alone. Some people are going to get the hard end of the stick. It's like, you got to think about it both ways. Not everyone can have a cushy life. So, yes, people get enslaved. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Arguing for slavery.
That's such a terrible one to argue for.
Yeah, it is a pretty tough one. You did,
man.
as a debate in itself, it was pretty good. But, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Mark here. Just the case studies to back it up and everything, I think it was pretty decisive. Yes, unfortunate.
Have I won one yet?
That, I can agree, that would have been very tough to argue for you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, welcome back to round 5, I believe now. Yep. Again, we got Jack, Mark,
Best of luck.
the run back. Let's check the next topic.
I always do this. Fingers
I've
crossed.
been lucky so far, I think.
Yeah,
with mine.
pretty good. Yeah.
If I can get this open. Alright. Is Force Lightning the most powerful Force ability? Interesting topic.
Please get it.
Let's spin for 4. Unfortunately, you got 4, Jack. Which means Mark is against. And I'll give you guys time to think quickly while I spin for who's first.
Ooh, that was
Jack
close.
is first. By a small margin. Alright. And I'll start the timer now.
Force lightning is the strongest Force ability due to only the most powerful Sith being able to master it, and also only 1 or 2 Jedi ever has been able to master it, showing how serious and how effective it is to use. It can take down whole ships on its own. It can also absolutely fry anyone that goes in its path. You can't really block it aside from like a lightsaber or maybe an electrical current, meaning it's most versatile in any battle sense, probably. You can also, we've seen Snow bounce it off reflective surfaces, meaning that you can also wall bounce it off somewhere so it can get around someone instead of just going directly at them. It can also charge up probably and power up ships. We can maybe, which means if the hyperdrive is low on power, boom, Force Lightning, poof, charge again. It's the most versatile. It can go, we don't even know the extent of how far it can go. We've seen Emperor take out a whole fleet in episode 9, showing its range of power, and that's probably not even its full extent, meaning that it is the most powerful, deadly, and versatile Force ability.
Alright, right on a minute.
Nice argument.
On to Mark's one.
Alright, Force Lightning is not the most powerful Force ability for a few reasons again. I think we'll start with the fact that in combination with all different kinds of Force powers, we have all sorts of combos that can be used. So we can have Force push and pull, and then in conjunction with your lightsaber abilities, which we can see throughout so many instances throughout the movies. I think also Force Choke is one of the most deadly Force powers, if not more deadly than Force Lightning. My example for that would be the Kenobi show, in which Darth Vader walks through the town. He's snapping necks with the Force. He's Force choking innocent bystanders. If he had lightning, it would take a lot more effort, concentration, and power to channel the Force into doing that on all those enemies. And I think if with Force Lightning being able to be deflected with the Force, such as we see with Yoda in Episode 3, and he's able to even deflect it back. We actually even see in Episode 2 of Dooku. So I think being able to channel the Force to even deflect Force Lightning when you can't really deflect many other Force abilities.
That's a bit of that.
Alright.
Okay. You actually had both very convincing arguments. But I think I'm going to go with Mark here. And the reasoning is because you were saying how it's more effective, I feel like, and has more uses. But the question was the most deadly, I believe.
Okay. I did say, it can bounce off surfaces and
yes,
go around.
A bit of a
Took
technicality.
out a whole fleet of shit. But yeah,
Yeah,
technicalities.
but in the fact that Force Choke can kill people very quickly.
Lightning. One little finger.
Well, I wouldn't say it's instant.
I don't know. In the fleet sense, everything explodes. But like,
have you sit here and take it? I'll take it.
in Emperor Force Lightning, Luke, I guess he wasn't trying to kill him, but
Yeah, it wasn't. It
still.
was torturing. But yep.
Anyway, that's what I've decided.
Okay.
But
Good round.
Alright, good round.
Good job, guys.
Sorry, that was the best debate I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, guys, on to round 6, the final one. Oh, with Jack
some
and
foul
Cooper.
play
No, no,
here.
no.
Okay.
Oh!
Alright, shake hands. This is a sportsman. Okay, good enough. Good enough.
That was savage.
Let's draw the topic
I
here.
feel bad now. Go easy mode.
Alright. Are the Jedi morally corrupt for authorizing a clone army?
Oh my god.
Or I guess
That's a
using
hard
a
one.
clone army as well.
That's
Kind
really-
of comes into it.
Can you repeat that question, please?
Yeah, can you repeat it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Are the Jedi morally corrupt for authorizing a clone or army?
Do you mean morally wrong, in other words? For
Yeah,
Yeah.
should they have done it pretty
Okay,
much?
so
I guess.
not ethical. Was it
Yeah.
not ethical? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To-
Okay.
Okay, I
Okay.
think I could debate both
It's
sides.
quite hard though. This
It
is
is-
probably the hardest one, I think.
I think
Oh,
to end on.
One of the
last
hard ones, yeah. Cooper is 4.
So I'm saying
It is
it is morally
morally-
corrupt.
I have to say
Okay.
it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I can do that.
I can do this too. Alright, interesting.
Alright.
Who goes first?
Who is first, indeed.
This isn't. I'm very intrigued.
Oh, it's me.
It
Okay,
is
alright.
Cooper. Alright, I'll get onto the timer and begin now.
Okay, so first of all, how many people do we think there are in the clone army? Millions and millions and millions. Probably tens of millions, hundreds of millions. Maybe not that far. Anyway, they're not like droids. They're alive. They've got personalities. Yes, they look exactly the same because they're clones, but they all take on different personalities and livelihoods and etc. So, I mean, this is tens of millions of lives that you're gambling in a war. And I know it came from one man, but it's still tens of millions of physical people who are being forced to fight a war for people who started war. Okay, here's a good example. It is literally a reflection of modern day society. These leaders of big countries and armies or whatever, they go out and don't like each other and they get their armies to fight for them. They're just innocent people who go and fight. And it's not fair to them because why should they fight a war for someone else? So, you know what? I'm going to completely go off topic here.
Your minute's up.
Damn it.
You can.
I had a good point.
Alright, and Jack. Let's
Look,
go.
you're linking it to real world stuff. Everyone has unfortunately been involved in some sort of war. So if you're saying that they're only the ones morally not ethical, then everyone else is too. So and the thing is also, you've got the one clone who is Jango Fett, who is probably one of the worst and evilest bounty hunters you have. So I know they have their own personalities, but he is still a very bad person. Also, they needed that clone army to fight the oppressors. If they didn't have that clone army, even though if it's morally wrong if you're saying that, then they would be overrun and evil would be with the whole galaxy. So I know war is not good, and using clones and stuff, having that army is not ethical, but you need it to sustain your own livelihood to fight it. War is inevitable and it always occurs. So in other ways, it doesn't matter if they're a clone of one person, they know that their job is to win a war, and they know that themselves too. And even after the war is over, some of them still live a prosperous life like we saw in the Clone Wars. So it just depends on what they want to take their own route afterwards. So I think the Jedi did not do a wrongdoing there. They had to fight the oppressors.
I so wish I got a rebut.
I know
This
I want
is-
to.
This is pretty good arguments. Yeah, you guys are good at debating. I think I'm going to go with Cooper on this one though, just because
Alrighty.
he
Interesting.
played on my heartstrings. But
He's
you're
got something.
I was
against me.
not expecting that.
He's got something against
What
me,
can I
ladies
say?
and gentlemen.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
know.
bringing
I
back
don't like
Ben onto the podcast. He is not coming back.
but
No, I didn't deserve that. What the heck?
I don't know. That's just what I was thinking, just because of emotions. You say they're all people,
Yeah, okay.
but like you kind of said though that they could be morally corrupt, but they needed it. But you're still saying they could.
My
be
thing was
morally
gonna-
Well, I was going to say, no, but I'm going to say that doesn't make them morally corrupt because everyone needs an army in a war. You're just trying to single fire only them corrupt when everyone is corrupt if you're
Yeah,
fighting
the
a war.
Empire do it as well.
The Empire do it as well, and that's worse because that's almost more propaganda and more brainwashing people to join their side when these guys were actually programmed and made for that. They're actually not individual. They're individual personalities, but they're not. They're not.
I feel like the debate
Different
has
people
gone
in
on.
a
Yeah, you
What
know.
was the last
I
one?
would have just
Yeah.
argued that why couldn't they just use a droid army like the Separatists?
Exactly, but they were
Yeah.
useless, I guess, and you would have lost the war. Meaning, but
They were
been
pretty
overrun.
effective. I'd say they were easy to take down, but
Certain
they were
ones.
effective.
Why didn't they make more of the B2 battle drones instead of the B1s?
Because they run, remember?
Sure.
They can run.
Anyway,
Do you remember
Yeah.
from
that's a
Mizzen?
very good
Oh,
debate,
right.
guys.
Yeah.
Great debate.
I'm very... Okay,
Skeptical
alright,
about that one.
good.
Yeah, skeptical about that
It was,
ending, but yeah.
I mean, you guys are kind of persuading me after the fact,
Yeah.
but that doesn't matter.
That's
That's what I said.
That's what you said.
That's what's happened.
It's just opinionated.
Cool.
And of course, the viewers can have their
Also,
own
let us
opinion
know
on
in the
who
comment
won.
section about any of the ones that we've done if you disagree.
Alright, and that brings us to the end of a very lively, great debate. Hopefully it's the first of many that
That
we
was
do.
interesting.
If you guys like it, we'll definitely do some more. What do you guys make of it? You enjoyed it?
I thought
I thought it was good. We all had 2 each by the judge here, so I think that really shows that we're all I did pretty... not intentionally do that.
You did
By
not.
the
No
way.
I think that shows that we're all pretty capable of debating against each other.
I think
definitely.
I think
In
it just
Star Wars.
shows, like, even if we didn't want some of the flaws or against that we got placed on, it just shows that how much we like Star Wars to be able to
Yeah.
even formulate an opinion on something that's so bad.
Definitely.
It also made it hard for me to choose winners,
Yeah,
so
just-
there might be some sussy choices
Sussy.
in there, but
No, it's good. It's all in good fun, and we all just love to talk
Yeah.
about Star Wars
That's it,
no
yeah.
matter what. So yeah,
And
it
thank
works.
you, Ben, for coming in.
Yes.
We do appreciate
yeah.
it.
Thanks for having me again.
That's alright.
Yeah, if you want to, like Ben, support us on Patreon, the link is via Instagram bio. You can find us there. That'd be greatly appreciated. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. I think we're done.
Stay tuned for the upcoming weeks because the Ahsoka will be coming out in a couple weeks, I think, from now. I can't remember quite. It's August 23rd. That's all we know. So
Yeah.
it's
And,
very
and
exciting.
I think to the viewers and listeners, we'll put a poll on the YouTube channel after the video is uploaded, and you guys can vote for who you think won the debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. So have good fun, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Stay around.
Cheers.